None of them ever went to jail. Well, Desiree did. She the G in the group. She the most gangster one in the middle. I'm telling you. That's why she in the middle. Let this marinate. Think about it. DeAven went to jail. Emery went to jail. The good dude Ty's still in there, I believe. Dame scared to death to be next to any of these people in this picture. Why? Because he know what they did. But it's a lot of bitch ass niggas in the street who claim to be street that still idolize these people, and they probably know what time it is. From Cam and you look at Cam and them, they looking up now like, yo, my nigga, they had us recording in Baseline, and that was their studio, and they invoicing the label. They could have charged them anything. They running the money through the budgets. That's truth type shit. Allegedly. That is all alleged. But I'm gonna tell you, if I was in that position, shit. What? You can wash the money easy. I'm just saying. So how far-fetched if allegedly, which she ain't really alleged, but allegedly, if Desiree, which she is no longer because she been pardoned, is a 270 source. And if you look up where the 270 source is, or you ask somebody from a federal officer what a 270 source is, somebody that's willing to get on the stand where and why is cooperate in that aspect, right? How far-fetched could it be that Jay could be a 137 source? His whole crew went to jail. He was giving them the work, allegedly, according to DeHaven. He was giving his crew, he was the boss. So you tell me this woman, after you just heard all her record, her dipping on federal parole, getting caught in Brooklyn in March of 98. And now she's sitting with Jay-Z for the last 20-something years publicly. All y'all street niggas that know where Jay was getting and Dame was getting their work from, this ain't strange to y'all niggas. It ain't strange to y'all that Dame Dash is spooked by Jay being with them. I don't care how much shit they scrub. We done seen it. Iris, thanks for the donation. I appreciate you. All y'all niggas in Harlem. Y'all niggas ain't sitting here looking at this shit. AZ fights on. AZ from Paid in Full. Somebody next time y'all interview AZ, ask him about this shit. Y'all niggas, or y'all be scared to Jay, because Jay, y'all want to get blackballed or whatever. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, you see my Breakfast Club interviews just scrubbed off the internet. So he does have the power to get shit removed. You know what I'm saying? He has the power to block you. You know, I understand y'all coward ass niggas. I'm just not y'all. You know what I'm saying? If a person is mad at stuff that's public record, y'all need to go run down on the New York Post and the New York Daily News with that gangster shit. Because that's where I'm reading it from. I want to see y'all talk that gangster shit to the New York Daily News. Now, I love those dunks. I got those. You styling on them, Jay. You styling on them. I'm not gonna read no more of this, but it's so much more. All right, so I've been thinking this for a long time. This is my first time saying it. Carlton C, good looking. Thanks for the cash app. Appreciate you, bro. Um, I might be making a lot of sense judging by these cash apps. I think a lot of y'all seeing what the hell I'm seeing. Emery took the fall. Emery tied. D. Haven almost was a see right here. D. Haven says Jay-Z name was brought up briefly in my federal trial. And it's on Vlad, so I'm not going to play it. Now, before I go back to the Murder Inc. thing, this is when I knew that Jay played dirty. There was a story that came out. I know I was in the office that day the story came out. And this model came out. A story came out, and let me show y'all. So we in the office, and bam, this story hits. Hip hop mogul Dash raped me. Ex-model shocking 15 million suit. Allegedly, former model says she was horribly raped by powerhouse rap mogul Damon Dash in a 15-second forced sex encounter on New Year's Day, 2003, a blockbuster 15 million new suit charge. Right? Now, this story, this lawsuit dropped 2003, right? Kirstie Thompson suit filed in the state Supreme Court in Manhattan yesterday claims that the hip hop superstar sexually attacked her while she was in the booze and pill induced stupor in a hotel room on an island off Brazil over a year ago. Thompson, now a concierge for a top fashion house in Miami, in Manhattan, said her nightmare began when she was on location in Brazil working for Uber model Naomi Campbell, and she and her best friend decided to island hop to a posh New York's Eve gig. At the party, thrown by New York millionaire Mario Gennaro, and drawing such guests as the president of Brazil, Thompson said she was verbally, sexually harassed by Dash. Damon came up to me and asked me, and literally these were his words: "Will you have sex with me?" Thompson told the Post yesterday. He asked me that 3 times, and I said absolutely no. And he said, "Everyone has sex with me. I'm 32 years of age." Thompson said, "I'm not a virgin, but I never heard such a vulgar line in my life. What woman would be romanced by someone say, 'Will you have sex with me?' and being denied 3 times and telling you he's had sex with everyone?" Thompson claims that the attack occurred after she went back to the hotel room and she and her friend shared another island that she and her friend shared on another island. She admits to having 8 glasses of champagne and a half a tablet of ecstasy and falling asleep there. She said the next thing she knew, her friend had brought Dash, a 32-year-old Harlem native who owns Roc-A-Fella clothing line, and his partners in the Roc-A-Fella Records back to the room and told him she hasn't had much sex. The next second, he's on top of me, Thompson told the Post. For 10 to 15 seconds at 8:30 in the morning, he was on top of me. I screamed out to my best friend and nothing happened, and I certainly passed out. After waking up again at 1:30 p.m., examining myself, I knew something terrible had happened. I had been raped, she said. Thompson said she immediately filed a report with the local authorities and went to the hospital. But Dash representative Amanda Silverman yesterday ripped the allegations as baseless and untrue. "These are ludicrous allegations," she said. "Damon hasn't been charged with anything." Thompson has hired celebrity lawyer Raul Felder, who has Jimmy Curran, an ex-cop turned lawyer with the 37 NYPD commendation handling in the case. I wonder if that lawyer lead back to them people. The suit claims Damon Dash access was outrageous and international and done with, outrageous and intentional and done with malice, knowing that he was aware Thompson would not consent to sexual intercourse. Yesterday, Thompson added, "There's no possibility in a million years I ever go to bed with Damon Dash. I don't care what his success rate is." Thompson said that Dash may have been dating Campbell at the time of her alleged attack is even more repulsive. "We had heard that Damon was going with Naomi. I don't know whether that is a fact or not," she said, "but Damon came on pretty gross with me, particularly if he was with another woman." I think Dame was, well, I ain't gonna say he was messing with Naomi, but she was running around with us. I don't know if he was messing around. I ain't gonna say that because he was with Rachel at the time. But ironically, y'all, when this story drops, right, on the front page of the New York Post, ironically, at page 6, is no thing as a coincidence that this story comes out at the same time. And I told Dane back then, "Nigga, this nigga Jay is trying to get away from you, and this shit is intentional. You mean to tell me you on the front page of the newspaper for rape, and then page 6 is this story?" The same day. This story comes out. Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z is looking to form his own company, a move that will distance him from buddy Damon Dash and Pear's Roc-A-Fella Records label, the Post has learned. Dame is reading this shit like, what the hell is this? Jay breaking up with me. What is this? Wait, where is this coming from? He thinking Def Jam is putting out a phony story, but it's fucking Jay, right? Jay-Z, who recently declared he was retiring as a recording artist to focus on business ventures, is in talks with Universal Music's Island Def Jam label about financing a new venture, according to sources familiar with the matter. Island Def Jam is the same label that houses Roc-A-Fella. The new company will initially house the Jay-Z business ventures outside of Roc-A-Fella, which was supposed to be S. Carter Records or Carter Faculty or whatever it was going to be, such as a sneaker deal with Reebok, a ringtones deal with Nokia, and tours. Eventually, Jay-Z plans to build that business in a broader entertainment company and record label, sources say. Jay-Z and Island Def Jam could iron out the final details within the next 2 to 3 weeks, sources say. They blindsided Dame with this shit like, bah! Yo, I wish I was in the office with us this day. Yo, this nigga was worried about a rape charge and Jay leaving him at the shit was in the same paper, dog. You cannot tell me this shit wasn't planned, right? Jay-Z and Dash, the CEO of Roc-A-Fella, have clashed over the direction of their company, leading to speculation within the music industry that the two would break up their company. Dame is reading this shit like, yo, where the fuck are they getting this from? Right? But Roc-A-Fella will likely remain for now because the dude's contract with Island Def Jam will make a breakup nearly impossible. In 1997, Roc-A-Fella sold 50% of the stake to Island Def Jam for $1.5 million, a steal, given that the company now reportedly has about $500 million in annual revenue. That's goddamn Rockaway was killing it, doing like $400 million a year. That deal gives Island Def Jam the option in the summer of 2005 to buy the 50% of Roc-A-Fella it doesn't already own. People familiar with the matter say the source of the tension between the business partners is Jay-Z's belief that Dash is trying to become too much of a star himself and has begun to overshadow the label's artists. Dash has also pushed to have the company's entire film industry, a decision that Jay-Z has not agreed with, the sources say. A spokesperson for Dash said, as far as Damon's concerned, Roc-A-Fella remains intact. There's no tension. He had no choice. He had no clue. Jay put this out to let everybody in the industry know, yo, I ain't fucking with this nigga no more. This was a press release to let everybody know that he was not rocking with Dame no more. It blindsided the shit out, Dame. Because Dame put out the Death of the Dynasty movie to buy him time because, it was tension between them. So Jay put out this press release to let everybody know he ain't fucking with Dame no more, right? The spokesperson for Dash said, as far as Dame is concerned, Roc-A-Fella remains intact. There's no tension. A source said the two recently vacationed together in St. Bars. They ran into each other in St. Bars. A representative for Jay-Z said, there's no friction. Jay and Damon have been diversifying. Damon has been focusing on movies and Jay on music. A Universal spokesperson declined comment. You know why Universal declined to comment? Because they knew they was doing the deal. Last year, Roc-A-Fella produced the film Death of a Dynasty. What I just said. A satire look at the hip-hop world, which debuted at the Tribeca Film Festival. The company also owns a stake in the Scottish vodka maker Armadale. Dash has also said he plans on launching a magazine called America that focuses on fashion and music, which he did. As producer, Dash has also recently created a single for Victoria Beckham, formerly known as Posh Spice, of the British girl band the Spice Girls. which he did. In addition to Jay-Z, other artists signed Roc-A-Fella included Dirt McGirt, that Jay did not want to sign, DJ Clue, Freeway, and Biggs. Biggs got signed to Roc-A-Fella. In November, Jay-Z released a Black album, which soared to #1 on the charts. The rapper has said it's his final album. Although many in the music industry speculate Jay-Z will eventually make a comeback and produce more albums. Of course, it wasn't his last album. That's what he was telling Dame, to get Dame and them to sign off. We selling the company, and then, psych, nigga, I'm coming back. Jay-Z and Damon Dash founded the company about 8 years ago. They ain't got Biggs' name, but along with Kareem Biggsburg, I ain't gonna do Biggs dirty like that. In 1999, they launched a clothing line called Roc-A-Wear, which had grown into the top urban fashion line with revenues of close to $300 million a year, according to published reports. So that came out the same day that Dame was accused of the rape, right? Y'all think that was a coincidence? Not me. Not knowing how the PR game work and all that shit. Nah, I learned the PR game way too heavy from Victoria Beckham. She taught us that joint well. That was a strategic move, allegedly.